When my wife and I bought 10 acres just outside a sleepy HOA-governed community in Arizona, all we wanted was space and peace. We weren't exactly in the neighborhood. Technically, we bordered it, but the Cactus Ridge HOA thought that gave them rights over us anyway. The trouble started with a shed. We were converting a steel barn into a training space for my wife's fitness clients. It wasn't flashy, just practical. But from day one, HOA President Roger Sterling showed up uninvited, clipboard in hand, always yelling things like, "You're violating setback regulations." Again, we weren't in his jurisdiction. Our land was county zoned, not HOA property. We told him as much. My wife even showed him the zoning maps. But see, people like Roger, logic doesn't work. He saw us as a threat to his aesthetic order. What he didn't know, what most people don't know, is that my wife, Ava, is the first woman to pass BDS and become a certified Navy SEAL. She's trained in demolitions, counterinsurgency, close quarters combat, you name it. She doesn't brag. She doesn't wear camo to Costco, but she also doesn't back down. Then came the fire. One night at 2 a.m., Ava jolted awake. "Smoke," she said. "Something's wrong." I raced out the back door and froze. Flames were eating our barn. The building was engulfed. I grabbed the fire extinguisher while Ava called 911. Thankfully, the county fire crew arrived quickly and contained it before it reached the house. But the barn? Gone. And the smell of gasoline lingered. The fire marshal confirmed it. Arson. Someone had poured accelerant through a broken window and torched it. Here's where it gets satisfying. We had trail cameras on the property. The next morning, we pulled the footage. There they were, Roger Sterling and two HOA board members, creeping in with gas cans and lighters, all three in matching polo shirts like some twisted corporate cult. I wanted to call the sheriff immediately. Ava, she had a better idea. She spent the next 2 days gathering everything: county zoning documents, surveillance footage, copies of threatening letters from Roger, voice memos. She'd recorded a few confrontations. Then she made one call to her friend Commander Lewis at Naval Base Coronado. That same week, 3 Department of Defense officials and 1 federal investigator visited our property. Turns out arson against a federally protected military retiree, yep, Ava still holds clearance, on non-HOA private land can qualify as domestic terrorism if motivated by targeted harassment. And HOA Roger, he handed them the motive on a silver platter. Here's how the dominoes fell. Roger and his 2 buddies were arrested for arson, trespassing, property damage, and conspiracy. Because Ava is a former SEAL, the DOJ added enhanced charges due to the targeted nature of the crime. The Cactus Ridge HOA was dissolved by court order for illegal overreach and harassment. Ava was invited to speak at the Veterans Justice Symposium as a case study in protecting service members from civilian harassment. And us? We rebuilt the barn, this time with steel-reinforced walls, smart cameras, and a reinforced gate. Oh, and remember Ava's training business? Now it's a SEAL-fit-style tactical gym that serves veterans and first responders. We get clients from 3 counties, and Ava runs weekly sessions in everything from self-defense to wilderness survival. Funny thing is, some of the very neighbors who used to complain about visual uniformity now volunteer at the gym. Once they realized what Ava stood for, they came around. Moral of the story: don't light a fire on someone's land, especially when that someone is trained to jump from planes and fight insurgents.